Hi everyone, it's Caroline. Thanks for joining me today. Week 24 of the Hillside Heart Prompts. Thank you for your amazing suggestions, comments, lovely messages. I appreciate it. And today's prompts are Window, donated by Christine W., and Blue, donated by The Quilted Nest Vintage 6347. I have this pile of scraps. This is what I've just cleaned up around my desk, and I was hoping that I could use this maybe today in the journal. I hope everyone's having a great week. I'm going to choose why don't I choose this? And this is the middle of one of the signatures, blocking out some of the pages from behind so I'm not distracted. And I'm going to use both of these as a spread, and I'm going to see what I have in my pile of scraps. Maybe I can use some of these things. Well, right away I see a window. I might use that as part of the window. There's nothing blue in here. This is all my... Oh, there's another window. Maybe that'll be something to do. Gathered some scraps. Here's some denim. I could use this. I could use a piece of this doily that was doily lace. I have this from a project I just did for Old Dulcina, and this is blue flowers. I'm going to use that in there. I think that'll be pretty. And I'm also using something. I'm going to open up my ephemera album and see if there's anything blue. Take a look here. I have some of these cards that I had printed a long time ago. That's blue, but it's got pink roses. A blue bird. Maybe I can use that. Lots of little odds and ends. Here's a blue little postage stamp with some hydrangeas. I might use that. This is a scrappy cluster from when I first began. I think I might use some of this. There's some blue in here. This is blue painty paper and some blue thread. Oh, I just had an idea. This could be the back of my card. That would be fun. Okay, I think I'll use that. And then I have some butterflies. Let's see if I have a blue butterfly in here. Okay, I do. I'll take those out. I don't know if I'll use the feathers. And blueberries. Why not? I think I'll have more than enough here to get started, and I will use my windows. Well, I have to get my background started, so I'm going to do some collage, and I'll just start to glue things down and see where it takes me. Many different shades of blue. A great way to collage. I don't know which way this goes. I think it goes like this. Does it really matter? No. I'll just start in the middle. A little booklet, and it has blue thread. I'm still thinking about maybe using some paint or some markers. My pastels, which are right here, I have blue. I could use that. I'm going to leave the rough edge here, and I'm going to cover her up. I like the background. I love to not have a plan because I don't know where this is all going to be, and if I take too long to make a plan, I feel like I I lose a lot of my sense of adventure. I'm going to have different hues of blue. I think I'll use some of these scraps on here. It is fun to play. Just rubbing it out with the Kleenex. This is a very dark blue, and I'd love to lighten it up. And I do have a white. Let's see if this will work. I'm experimenting. Maybe some paint. I think I'll put that right there. Not sure where my window is going to go, so maybe I'll pull a window out just so I can keep it handy. Okay. Keeping it a pocket. I added a little bit of blue marker on there. More scraps, more leftovers. Now there's no word here that says blue, but I think I can get the word blue from these little letters. So I'm going to cut this out. It's going to be small, but I'm going to use it. I think it's fun. I have to do something on this side. Maybe I'll put this stamp over here. And this blue bird, which is perfect. There's just lots of singing. Birds are in the window. Oh my gosh, I love it. couple of butterflies. I have a blue watercolor pencil. I'm going to see if this will do anything. Well, here's a Crayola. I'm going to give that one a try. Also have some markers here. These were from Brenda in some Happy Mail a while ago. Well, I'm going to see if I can do something wild and crazy here. A lot of this is getting covered up. That's why I'm going freely. I'm going to be covering up some of this. I'm thinking, where am I going to put that window? But it will be, and it'll be fun to see how it turns out. Now I also have some script here, which I'm going to take apart and just use some of it. I don't want to cover up the bird. And I'm taking a few, or two, not a few, but two of the crocheted flowers, and I'm putting them on here in this little spot. And if that's too dark at the end, I can lighten it up with some white paint. I'm going to glue this little scrap right here. I have a scrap piece of doily that I just dug out of my basket. And so I want to put something on this side. I'm thinking the butterflies are going to go this way. I think I'll put them side by side. I'm wondering if I should put the letters, because they're light, and keep them on something dark blue. I could put them over here. Well, as I'm gluing my butterflies down, I was looking at the back, and this is advertising for something. And I'm doubling them up just for a little more impact. Feels really good. I know there's something on the other side already from another prompt day. I just pulled this scrap out of a little pile. A couple things going on. I'm still deciding what to do with the window. I'm taking a piece of this blue ribbon. I'm going to use that as my little topper. I just put the rest of the doily. You can't really see it, but I put a little bit under there. Instead of sewing my little tag, I'm going to put a fine line around it. This can be a very quick page. You don't have to do all these little extras on it. And I'm going to double it because I like the look of that. Oops. And I'm going to make a hole. I'm going all out here. I won't put an eyelet. I'm just going to make this black. It's a journaling spot. I'm going to put the rest of my little images down. I also pulled out my watercolor whimsical flower. I'm going to put this down here. My window's going to go over here, and it's going to be my little holder, my pocket for my tag. Thanks for joining me today in the week 24 of the Hillside Heart Prompts, which are window and blue. I used a whole bunch of scraps, and I used my window is the window portion of the envelope that is acting as my little pocket for this tag that I had made years ago. It has blue in it, blue thread, and I also did some journaling and put that in here. And this goes in my pocket. Well, this was really fun to try and get all the different kinds of blues on here, using some scraps and some found objects, found items from years ago, using these things up, even using a part of my seed catalog, little blueberries, made a tag, piece of denim, chopped up some letters and put the word blue, and did a collage. A little bit of mixed media. I hope you're inspired to dig out your scraps and different leftovers that you have. Do some collaging. Always remember to be adventurous and stay fresh. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.